Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight it's on to Week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Second down, here's Chubb again. They find some open field here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Being chased out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going to run with Madison again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's Madison running on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Bengals had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. At their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll go Madison up the middle, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Off-tackle run here for Nick Chubb. And some room to work. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 93 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A 1st down throw for Cousins. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Slot man moves right. 2nd and 3. And this one is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a 1st down. But I think they wanted a break tendency there. Catch the defense playing for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Room here to run. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 124 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here we go. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Jamison Williams from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
19 Tiger.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. It's a Bengal 1st down and pick up on 11.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Another carry now for Madison. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a give to Madison. And he is going to lose yardage here. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 35 yards that time on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10.
They're on 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds, this will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. He's airing it out for Williams. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Cameron Curl. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second and 13. And it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense, they get their first interception of the game. And since they were in plus territory, didn't have too terribly far to go. But they take it all the way into the end zone.
And you intercepted in that close, you're automatically thinking 6 points the other way. But what I like most about it is how the defense rallied, got up on their blocks, and didn't commit any penalties as well.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And they turned the pick six into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Bengals drive about to get going. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
reception. Cousins. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cousins now from the 50. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Christian Watson, 50 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now Prater to add the PAT. And oh, it's wide right. No good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you, and let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And as we check the next-gen stats, he certainly earned his yardage there as he wound up running better than 90 yards that time. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. To throw, Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Desmond King picks it. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows it.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 29-yard line. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Cousins going to bat it forward here on the jet sweep.
score. Touchdown, Miami.
Jamison Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Trey McBride.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point good by Prater. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
56. Bengals 18.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 14. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that will be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage.
That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penning. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Going on the ground with Madison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Dolphins are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Play fake. Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. And he floated one out there, incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jamison Williams,
92 yards.
And the Dolphins add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Prater for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Bengals 18. Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Alexander Madison, 75 yards.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Going to run with Madison again.
And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game and still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Wow, 185 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Throwing throwing here. Cousins. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Dolphins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile,
I've been doing my thing, they not ready for me. I've been playing with me, no time for the silly games. Damn, it really must be so intimidating, but I gotta be great, that's the God up in me. Whoa, yeah. Somebody to hold me. I'm still cooking out the basement, and this game needs some saving. And I'm ready for the action, cause I'm tired of the acting. What happened to being great?
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing with fame.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we hit it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up. Like a 4th and 1, we sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense, now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, get it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just